Imagine being one of the richest women in the city, someone who owns multiple businesses, drives luxury cars, and wears clothes worth more than what some people earn in a year. Now imagine her standing helplessly on a lonely countryside road, her expensive car refusing to start, with no network signal to call for help. That's exactly what happened on a warm summer evening, and what followed became a story no one expected. A broken bar. Sophia was a self-made millionaire. She had worked tirelessly to build her empire from the ground up. People saw her as confident, powerful, and unstoppable, but very few knew that behind the wealth, she carried a heart that longed for genuine kindness, the kind that money couldn't buy. One afternoon, as she was driving back from a business trip, her car suddenly broke down on a deserted rural road. The engine refused to turn over. She sighed in frustration, tapping her manicured nails on the steering wheel. Realizing she was stranded miles away from the city, the sun was slowly sinking into the horizon, painting the sky orange and red. Sophia got out of the car, her heels sinking into the dusty road. She looked around, and no cars passing, no shops nearby, just endless fields of crops waving in the evening breeze. She was about to give up hope when she noticed a man walking toward her from the fields. He was wearing simple clothes, his face tanned from years under the sun, his hands rough from hard work. He looked poor, carrying a bundle of tools, and his boots were covered in mud. "Ma'am, do you need help?" he asked softly, noticing her car hood open. Sophia hesitated. She wasn't used to strangers approaching her like this, especially someone who looked so different from the people she usually met in boardrooms and luxury hotels. But something about his eyes, they carried honesty, a kind of sincerity she rarely saw. "Yes," she admitted, "my car won't start. I don't know what to do." The man introduced himself as Arif, a local farmer who worked long days in the fields. Without another word, he set down his tools and began checking under the hood. His movements were calm and steady, though it was clear he didn't have fancy training, just experience fixing old tractors and farm vehicles. As he worked, Sophia watched him closely. His shirt was patched in several places, and his hands bore scars from years of labor. She realized this man probably never had the luxury to rest, yet here he was, helping a stranger without asking for anything in return. After some effort, Arif managed to adjust a few wires and wipe the clogged filter. He tried starting the car, and miraculously, the engine roared back to life. Sophia's relief was instant. "Thank you so much," she said, reaching into her designer purse. She pulled out a few crisp bills and extended them toward him, but to her surprise, Arif gently shook his head. "No, ma'am, I didn't help you for money. I just saw someone in trouble. That's enough for me." Her hand froze. For years, Sophia had been surrounded by people who wanted something from her: money, opportunities, connections. Yet here was a man who had so little, and still refused payment. She felt something stir in her chest, a warmth she hadn't felt in years. "About a broken bar, you must need it," she whispered. "Please take it." Arif smiled faintly. "What I need, money cannot always buy. My daughter is sick, and the doctors in the city say she needs treatment I can't afford. But I have faith, a broken bar, and I work hard every day. That's all I can do." Those words pierced Sophia's heart. For the first time in a long time, she felt powerless, and not because she lacked wealth, but because she realized money alone couldn't measure the value of a man's dignity and faith. She drove away that evening, but her mind couldn't let go of Arif's story. His kindness haunted her thoughts all night. The next week, Sophia returned to the same countryside. She found Arif working in his field under the blazing sun. He was startled to see her again. She stepped out of her car, this time not as the untouchable millionaire but as a woman who wanted to give back. She told him she had arranged medical treatment for his daughter in the city hospital and would cover every expense. Tears filled Arif's tired eyes, and he fell to his knees, unable to believe that someone so powerful would remember a poor farmer like him. Sophia helped lift him up. "No, please, see, broken bar, stand tall. You reminded me of something I had forgotten. Money is nothing without kindness. You gave me more than you know." That night, months later, Arif's daughter recovered, running around the fields again with laughter in her voice. Sophia visited often, no longer just a wealthy stranger, but a friend to the family. She even invested in the local village, building schools, improving water supply, and supporting the farmers. The story spread far and wide, not of a millionaire showing charity, but of a poor farmer whose selfless heart changed a rich woman's view of the world. Sophia realized that true wealth isn't the money in the bank, but the love and humanity we share with others. And so, what began as a broken car on a lonely road turned into a journey of two hearts crossing paths, one filled with riches, the other with humility. Together, they proved that kindness can heal more than wealth ever could. The message is clear: you may have all the money in the world, but it's compassion, humility, and love that make you truly rich.